Welcome back to the Comics Experiment Show, the show that we film on the Comicstorian podcast network every Thursday at about 3 p.m. Eastern. I sit down with my two buddies here, Andy and Dan, and we discuss things from what's happening in the world of comics, to philosophies, to would superheroes die, to what is hell for Batman. That kind of discussion happens here every week on this show, and it's then uploaded to your favorite podcast network and then uploaded over to YouTube, where many of you are watching it. Today we're going to be discussing the Injustice trailer dropping and what we think about that episode. I have an entire list, what we think about that movie based on the trailer. Is that a better statement? That
would be an accurate statement.
No, a better statement, better, because it could. Well, maybe it'll be a show. Maybe they just haven't announced it as a show yet.
No, they would have announced it like 4 years ago.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I mean, in a way, maybe it'll eventually turn into like a season of 2-hour-long episodes for each year of Injustice.
In a way, isn't every movie just an episode of our lives?
These are the days of our lives. As the sands of the hourglass turn.
Makes some sense.
Our first sponsor of the day is G Fuel, which right now has a free guy flavor. This is Wampa fruit. They've also now got a Monster Hunter flavor that I have been recommended and just ordered multiple tubs of. Use the code COMICS at checkout, as I just did when ordering my Monster Hunter tubs, because I'm too lazy to actually hit them up and ask.
Oh my God.
They'll send us free tubs. I'm just too lazy to do it.
Wouldn't it take the same amount of effort as just ordering it online?
Question it.
No, but I'll get it faster this way. They're great. They're a great sponsor, and use the code COMICS at checkout. But if I ask for a free tub, it takes about a month. If I order the tub, I get it in 5 days.
They're still fantastic, though.
Yeah, they are. No, I mean, I'm recommending G Fuel. I spent money on it instead of waiting for the freebies. That should be the
That's how
best,
good they are.
I was gonna say that should be the best endorsement ever. But today's episode is also brought to you by
Honey, where you can go to joinhoney.com/experiment to save money when you shop online. We'll tell you more in the middle of today's episode.
I thought we had more sponsors today.
We also have Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian, where you can support us directly.
And you get post shows to our D&D games and various things like that. Also, you can support us by going to one of our new channels. This week, I'm going to mention Comicstorian has officially relaunched. You can go check out a lot of the older videos as they're being re-uploaded, and we kind of figure out the new format and the new style to get all the new content out there for you guys. But you can go check it out right now, Comicstorian. There, we promoted 4 things. That was our limit for the day. Thank you guys for watching our promotion show. We'll see you next time right here.
Oh, wait, here's a portal real quick.
All right, so Andy, you go first. What did you think about the Injustice trailer? Let's talk about that real quick.
What did I think about the Injustice trailer? I thought it was essentially the trailer for the game in animated form instead of computer generated. Because it's literally just the setup to the story from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I mean,
to be fair, that is Injustice.
well, no, I know, but I thought
the
they were gonna do with the full blown year 1 of the comic.
I mean, that's what it seemed like.
Well, yeah, but no, what I'm saying is in the game, or in the actual trailer for the movie, it just looks like the same exact trailer as the game. I thought they were going to show more.
Gotcha.
From
more.
I see what you're saying.
From the year 1. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
I see.
I mean, overall, it doesn't look bad. I don't know if I was hoping they would make the costumes not as awful as they kind of are in the comic and the game.
Well, the problem with the comic and the game is they're built for that armor system.
Yeah,
so they're all meant to look like armor.
But I mean, they could have changed it for the animated series.
I agree. I do agree. Yeah,
that would probably be my only complaint. Overall, I think it looks pretty good though.
What do you think about it, Dan?
I thought it did look good. There were some parts where it looked kind of slow for how impactful the moment was supposed to be. The one scene that's sticking out in my mind is when Green Lantern creates the bubble as the atomic bomb's going off, because it's going off and it's just so slow of him going bubble, and then they're waiting and waiting.
Batman's checking his watch.
What
the hell? What kind of atomic bomb was that?
I feel like the animation style would have been better if they went more along the lines of the New 52 animated movies that they did. Yeah. I feel like those fit the Injustice story better. So I wasn't the biggest fan of kind of that bit, but it was an early trailer. They could fine tune it when it comes out. Overall, I'm excited to see it. Injustice was probably one of my favorite story arcs that DC's ever done. So
Yeah. I've been a big fan of Injustice as it first came out, and there was just year one, and then it took off and we got multiple years. And out of all the Elseworlds so far, the Injustice universe hasn't felt like, okay, shut it down. Like a great example is Marvel Zombies, since the What If just aired. That was great for like the first couple of books, but then eventually it was like, okay,
What the hell are we even doing?
did you really zombify Ghost Rider? Like,
That doesn't even make any sense.
he's already a skull.
Remember that time Howard the Duck led a team of supervillains to fight against the zombies? That was like an actual thing.
Yeah, he's not
Ducky's
wrong.
dozen.
Yeah. They also tried to make Machine Man the main hero of Marvel Zombies.
That got weird.
You know, we're not even going to talk about
let's not
Machine
even
Man.
talk about that.
No, what's wrong with Machine Man?
Nobody ever talks about Machine Man.
The best part about Machine Man was they tried to make him a thing in Marvel Zombies, and then they tried to make him a thing in, I think it was Iron Man. Like they keep trying to make Machine Man a thing.
It's not happening. Stop it.
Then DC was like, we want a Machine Man. Oh, it's Machine Head.
Oh,
I like it. Let's use it for a big event.
So, but with the trailer, my problem with it is, you're right, it looks just like the comic book, the trailer for the video game, but they cut it right before the punch through the chest.
Well, yeah.
So that got me a little concerned about what we're going to get in this movie. Like, what are we really going to cut out? How much are we going to show? It is rated R. I did double check that, because if it was PG-13, no blood. We ain't getting no splatter. I want to see. Remember that video game back in the day, Andy, Splatterhouse?
No.
You were just a mass murderer, and you were just murdering people.
And people say video games make kids violent.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't become a mass murderer from that game. But
It wasn't from that game. It was a different game. Yeah.
It was Hello Kitty Island Adventure that really pushed him over.
Have you seen Hello Kitty? It gets brutal.
Isn't there a game where you actually like murder people like Hello Kitty? I forget. Anyway, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious what rabbit hole you're going down.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I think that's an episode of South Park, actually.
So what I wanted to do was let's assume for a moment, I think this is only going to cover year one, but for the sake of our video, we're going to
do it all.
Yes.
It's an hour and a half.
Could you imagine they do it just 1 through 5 in an hour and a half?
We really condense it down.
It would feel like the first episode of What If. What if we did the entire Captain America movie
in 30 minutes?
But it actually turns out they don't like actually crunch down the scene. They film the whole thing and just speed it up to make it fit in the
That
time.
way you get it. Yeah, I like it.
You get the full context.
It's a 6-hour film squeezed in the hour and a half.
So I looked up all the deaths, and I want to ask you guys, with an R rating and the fact that they're not showing the punch through the chest in the trailer, which could very easily be, we just want the trailer to get out as far as it can.
Yeah.
They're not doing a red band and a green band.
Right, yeah.
I want to know if you feel that
almost
any
exactly
of
what
these
it
are
is.
too far, that they will not do them. And there's a long list of deaths, so...
A lot of people die in Injustice.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the whole key thing of it. What if just everyone eventually dies? And so what we're going to
It should have
do...
been called What If Tom Taylor Killed the DC Universe?
So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this whole list. Whether or not they will show up in the first movie, we don't care. We're going to wonder if it's too much for the movie.
Okay.
Will
Okay.
they censor it?
Okay.
Is the violence too much? Child's Play is a thing.
Think of the children.
Think of the children.
Yeah, he better kill Shazam.
Well, see, because here's my problem.
That's me thinking
Here's
they're
my
kids.
concern. I know it's R-rated, so we're probably going to at least get the punch in the chest.
We will.
Yeah.
I can
But it's
almost.
still Batman and Superman, and they don't like to portray them in a murderous way with a lot of blood.
I'm gonna say right now that punch through the chest scene will end with a camera shot of through the hole of Joker's chest
I can
on
see that.
Batman's
Yeah, I can see
face
that.
of like shock of what just happened.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
So let's look at these for a moment. So in the pre-books, Wonder Woman decapitates Steve Trevor.
Definitely going to happen.
Hold on, in the pre-books?
So they do a couple books in the middle where they kind of give some of the origins.
Yeah,
Oh,
because it
that's
is supposed to be
right.
slightly.
Yeah.
The universe itself is slightly different. So, like, Wonder Woman never was friends with Steve Trevor,
Which is why
murdered
she's
him.
so against everyone.
Yeah.
I think they will, but I think it'll be like just a quick scene of probably silhouettes of her swinging a sword at a man kneeling down and the head just plopping.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
That's how.
And once again, for those in the chat and who are listening to this on Spotify or listening to this on our YouTube channel, we're assuming all of these are going to be in the movie right now.
Yes.
Most likely, 5 of them maybe.
Not all of them.
all of them. In fact, they're actually going to add some.
I would have said
We're
that,
just going to kill people because
Yeah.
why not?
Just random characters.
We're going to watch the movie and go, I don't remember them showing up. That's not good for them.
It's just a bunch of random D-list DC heroes are like knelt before Superman and just
Right.
executes each one.
Got like ambush bugs.
Ambush bugs. And he's like making fourth wall breaks the whole
Right.
time, right
Oh,
up to the
man.
part where he's in it.
He's like, why would Tom Taylor do this to us?
Do we think that we're going to get any of the Krypton deaths? So Supergirl's mother and father, Jor-El and Lara.
Probably.
They get like
no.
stabbed and killed.
I mean, I just don't think they'll show it.
okay.
Like they might talk about it in the story, but there probably wouldn't be any point.
Yeah.
To
I
like,
doubt we're
show
going to
it.
get Supergirl since she's so pivotal to the
I was gonna
second
say
one.
they're most likely gonna do like they always do with animated series, which is they take the whole story and then they do actually like break it down into and like make it more controlled, I guess. Tighten the story up so it's not going all over the place because you don't have
Right.
6 years worth of comics to get,
Yeah.
to do it.
So here's the year one villains that are people that died, and the assumption is that these will probably mostly all happen.
Sure.
Jimmy Olsen shot in the eye by the Joker.
Sure.
You think he'll get shot through the eye though, or do you think they'll censor that up? Scarecrow.
Well, they show that in the trailer, I think, but they don't show him getting shot. I think they just. What do they show?
I actually don't remember that.
Because
part in
then
the
Harley
trailer.
comes out and bops Lois. I forget. Anyway, yeah. But I don't think they'll show it.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scarecrow getting poisoned by the Joker's gas. I think we're gonna go with that, even though it gets contradicted in the comic books later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lois Lane is in the trailer.
Yeah.
So she'll definitely get beaten and drugged. Do you think that they're going to show the full thing of Superman carrying her into space
Yes.
and pummeling her?
Yes.
They'll show it they'll do it the way they did it in the comics of showing him pummeling Doomsday to show what he is doing, and then they'll have the iconic scene of her just kind of floating in space.
Okay.
When he
that way he
sees
can
what
pummel
it is.
Lois, but we don't see wife battery happening
Yeah, exactly,
by
yeah.
Superman in a movie.
Yeah, that'd be a
Basically,
different. That's a different movie altogether. Because she burns the eggs, he backhands her through a wall.
I was like, through a wall, through Metropolis.
Yeah.
She bounces in Smallville.
Oh my god.
It's
he
like
zips in.
Superman if we're on The Boys.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying?
He zips in, catches her, brings her back.
Yeah.
Don't burn him next time.
Tell people you fell down the stairs.
All right. The 11 million citizens of Metropolis, do you think we'll see any of them actually dying or just the explosion like we saw in the trailer?
It'll be
They'll
the
probably do a
explosion
couple of
thing.
like. I would assume they're gonna do a couple of like expression shots of just like
Yeah.
random citizens.
Before the
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see the speedsters losing? Because Jesse Quick and Kid Flash both die in that explosion.
They'll probably show at least something.
They'll show something of it when they do the flashback to how they find Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Or when he's like explaining how he got into his bunker.
And then, like most people who probably first read the comic, they'll go, "Who the hell is this?"
Yeah.
Beast Boy and Steel both died in the destruction with the Titans when we saw the
Doubt
Titans
it.
go down.
I doubt
That
that
one.
I mean, they're not going to show every random character. That was one of
Yeah.
the cool things about the comic was all of the like random DC heroes that you saw die. They're probably not going to do that for the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a feeling that if Superman is not directly related in some way to their death, they will not show it.
Okay.
That's my guess.
The punch through the chest, the most iconic
Yeah,
image
they're going to show
of
that. 100%.
Injustice.
100% going to show that.
Okay.
And we're going
Nightwing?
to get the bloody fist.
Do you think that? Okay.
That sounds.
I got a
looked
feeling
weird
we're
when
going to
they
see
did
Nightwing die. Do you think they'll at least make it more not lame the way he dies?
it. He won't go out like a bitch.
He just kind of falls.
It was like such a lame way to kill that character.
Like they'll show
of
that.
all the cool deaths in
Right.
Injustice.
That's
Oh
the
yeah,
worst.
Nightwing tripped.
That's the worst part because he does just trip. Like
And like
Honestly-
nobody could catch him. Like Damien couldn't be like, oh, go, ooh, Dick, you almost died there. Like,
Dick, you all.
Oh man, saved your life.
did you see that rock?
you
man?
had a cape. Oh no.
Did you see that rock? That rock would have broke your neck.
Yeah, just really be careful around all the destruction.
I could see it. I could see them actually using it as him breaking his neck, but I think they'll do it in a way to make it much more of a Damien caused it to happen.
Damien
like
actually breaks his neck.
it's actually Damien with a rock.
Show you.
He puts it there.
He's like,
It's just Nightwing falling.
he's like angling everything out. Can
like,
I throw this?
This is
thing?
why
And he's
Batman's
gonna
got
fi-
prep
he's
time.
there, I think.
As our chat says with that, it's in the words of Yelena Belova, that's not a good way to die.
Yeah.
It's not a cool way to die.
Nah, not even a little bit.
I think the thing is they have to do it something similar to that because of the whole plot point behind Damien didn't kill him, but he did kind of lead to the death of him.
Right. Well, that's the only reason why Damien's got a redemption later on because he didn't directly do it. It's just he didn't listen to Batman.
Exactly. That's
Always
my
ends up with
guess.
someone dying.
I think they'll make it look worse than just Crick. Because I'm pretty sure that's like all they really do in the comic.
Literally, it's just like, oh
So-
no, he died. What? Ow.
And then he comes back as Dead Man later.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe they'll make it more violent and he'll like land on like an iron rod and impale himself or something.
Oh, we're just going all in. This is
yeah.
just Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
level.
yeah.
Through the neck. The iron rod goes through the neck. Oh, Jesus.
Poor Nightwing.
and you'll hear him try to, it's not your fault, Damien.
But it kind of is. Am I dead? Oh, no, I'm still here.
Calabec beaten to death by Superman. I really hope they do that
Yes.
scene where Darkseid's invasion begins and Superman just destroys.
Starts beating the crap
Yeah.
out of them. If they do that, I mean, there's a lot of things in the comics that is like they just kept throwing at Superman to show you him going darker and darker.
Right.
I don't know if they'll still do it that way, but yeah.
You don't think they'll go that far though with it?
I think
I just, like I said, I think they'll try to like cut it down.
Okay.
Because they did a lot of things where they're like, we need to show how Superman's going dark, so we'll go Apocalypse.
Well, because that whole
invades.
comic was supposed to lead up
And
to
then Green
Injustice.
Injustice.
Lantern. And then, which I understand.
Yeah.
But for the movie, they'll probably condense it down.
Well, because they're also gonna have to show the actual what happens in Injustice probably.
Right. Yeah.
Like
That's
we're
what I'm
talking
saying.
about year one.
Yeah.
We'll probably get some of that.
So I don't think they'll do everything. If they do the apocalypse thing, then yeah, they're gonna show him beating the shit out of.
The problem
out of
is I don't really know how much of
Sorry.
it they're going to show on either side because they're promoting it as the graphic novel and video game. They're not
Right.
like, oh, because when they said smash hit video game in the trailer, my first assumption was we're going to get the video game plot.
Right.
Not a big deal.
That's what I thought at first too.
And then they were like, and graphic novel. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that's like a
well,
lot.
to be fair
Yeah.
though, they also did just the video game as a graphic novel.
No, I don't think. No, they did Ground Zeroes. They didn't do an
Yeah.
official one.
I thought they did an official one. Oh, I could.
What they did was they retold the game storyline through Harley's eyes.
Oh, okay.
And that was Ground Zeroes.
I got you. Okay.
So a lot of the same stuff happened, but from Harley's point of view, so it wouldn't be just a retelling. Yeah.
I think
Which also really confuses our viewers because they'll be like, oh, so I watch Year Zero,
yeah.
Ground Zero, then you 1 through 5? No.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
That makes
no,
sense. Two of them have 0 in it. You got to watch them first.
you would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know how to number things.
That's the problem with when you start numbering and then go, well, put something before it. Wait, what?
Yeah.
And for people who don't know this, the actual Injustice comic book wasn't titled Year One at first.
It was just Injustice.
Yeah.
And it had the cover of the game on it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like.
It was kind of like Star Wars became New Hope later.
Yeah.
I'm expecting, first off, I'm kind of expecting it to end right before the game so that they can try and sell the game. I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like that, but I think if they show the Calabec getting beaten, it's going to be in a sort of montage. Someone's going to be doing a voiceover of kind of explaining the path that Superman went down. He's like took all the nukes from all the different countries. He beat Calabec
Kind of like
in
speed
like
through it.
exactly
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
show all these really dark ones because I feel like you kind of have to put the Calabec one in there to really show how brutal Superman can be to people that usually he doesn't
holds back on.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
Like-
I think this next one would be a good one for that if they decide to put any of this the Year One
oh, I
prequel
know which
stuff.
one you're gonna say. I hope
Which one?
Shazam. Where
No.
he just blasts.
That's in
him.
the game. We're not there yet.
God damn.
I really want that death in there. I hate to say it. I do though.
The Martian Manhunter, though.
I hate you.
Oh, he better.
Where he burns
Yes.
him.
100%.
That would probably happen.
I can see that one being more of a because burning him alive while bad is not going to be really over the R rating, and it also shows him crossing that he killed a Justice League member.
I think it's a bigger.
Wasn't it because Martian Manhunter was trying to stop him? Like there was an actual conflict. It wasn't like they were
He
talking.
was trying to suffocate Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
it, yeah.
why I
And to
think it's
save
gonna
her,
be,
he burned him out of him.
Yeah.
Burned
That's
him
my
out of her.
expectation is the fact of because that scene was the real Wonder Woman's on Superman's side.
Yeah.
Like she is going to put aside other Justice League members. And
then-
plus, that's not even that violent to show at the end of it.
No, really. And then shortly after that, he beats Green Arrow to death.
Well,
That one.
and the Green Arrow one was the official crossing the line.
Yeah.
Because that was supposed to go into the video game. For those who don't know, at the time of making Injustice, what became Year One, that was leading into the video game. He beat Green Arrow, and then we went to the game. And then it became popular, and they just kept going with the prequel.
Turns out there was a lot that happened in between.
Because that's why I feel like
Apparently
that's why I feel like Year One could happen, because Year One into the game was the original plan.
Yeah.
It was a 12-issue series, video game. That's it. And as we know, with most video game comic books, they don't sell that well, and that would have been the end of the whole. The only other one I could think of that sold well was the Arkham series. The Arkham comic books did well enough to keep going.
Yeah.
So, and that was another comic book series that just kept contradicting its own video game.
Well, yeah. Because it's popular.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be beholden to a video game.
Exactly. So, Green Arrow and Captain Atom, do you think out of this Year One,
yeah.
if we speed through these, do you think we'll see them killing? If they anything, I'll see them
be
all turning
fair-
against the heroes.
Superman didn't kill Captain Atom.
That was
Captain
Wonder Woman.
Adam actually blew himself up to try
He's got
to
a
kill
point.
Superman.
Okay,
He's got a point.
Can I just comment on that real quick for a
yeah,
moment?
sure.
Is it just me, or is it every time Captain Atom is like intricately involved in a plot
He
line?
always gets cut.
within like,
And then it just starts leaking
Yeah.
nuclear fusion out of him.
within
The
like
worst
2
is
or
when
3
he's just
issues.
leaving the room and he gets caught on the doorknob.
Like every time he shows up, he blows up.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It's
then
kind of
always
his
comes
thing.
back to do it again.
Yeah. It's like
You would
first
think
one
they'd
wasn't
stop
enough.
using him. Like the government would be like, okay, hold on. You got to stop blowing up. Can we put you on like a super, super protective suit? Why did we make you so weak that like a nick will blow you up?
I was going to say that. I mean, to be fair, yeah, Superman didn't actually kill Captain Atom.
I never understood the Captain Atom use though. Every time he's used, it's always like, I'm strong enough to stop you, Superman. Oh no, you cut me.
Well, Ben, Captain Atom is actually what's the word I'm looking for here?
Don't even know.
It's kind of like the world's nuclear deterrent. That's it's like DC's play on that.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you have a nuclear deterrent, but it could also go nuclear and destroy everything. You see.
Do you know what else that would destroy, Dan?
A portal.
Today's podcast is sponsored by Honey. Honey is a free browser extension that is designed to save you money. Honey automatically scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best ones that it finds to your cart to save you money. Honey supports over 30,000 stores online, ranging from tech and gaming products to popular fashion brands and even food delivery. Honey has helped 17 million members save more than $2 billion. Just click the Apply Coupons button on the extension at checkout and watch the savings roll in. I've been using Honey every time that I shop online. Honey helped me save on my recent Walmart order by getting me free shipping. If you don't already have Honey, you could straight up be missing out on free savings. It's literally free and it installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid in supporting this podcast. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/experiment. That's at joinhoney.com/experiment. Thanks, Honey, for supporting today's episode.
Close the portal. It saved us from the nuclear explosion.
Okay, so that is Year One. If any of these I could see being sped through.
Okay.
Because it does kind of show what happened right before the game, because it does the explosion, and then this was supposed to fill that gap, and then we went to the game. The popularity of that first year of comics and the fact that DC needed a good, strong digital name, they created the continuation. Year 2, Year 3, Year 4, Year 5. I honestly do... Huh?
You're 7.
They didn't do it. Technically, Ground Zeroes would be
Yet.
Year 6, and Injustice 2 would be Year 7. I don't know why they didn't just continue with that numbering theme. Because now Injustice 2 is just massive,
Yeah.
and Ground Zeroes people think comes before the main game.
Just wait till we get Injustice 2 Year 2.
Wait, what?
If you don't
It's
know,
the second year of Year 2. What's
you know,
the problem?
You know what the worst part about Injustice 2 is, though? It left it on a full-blown cliffhanger to let this world continue 3 years ago. And we've gotten no video game announcement. No, this is the first movie announcement. And no comic announcement. They literally left it with like the Legion of Superheroes showed up,
I would
Superboy and all of
assume they're
them.
probably going to do a new game, and then the comics will keep going after, like
A
around
rumor.
the same time.
That was my assumption too, and I
Yeah,
thought the
yeah,
game was going to come out sooner, but
Right.
it didn't. And COVID may have delayed all the plans.
Sure.
So, but there also is a rumor that Injustice 3. I don't know how true this is, but due to the acquisitions of AT&T buying WB and then piecemealing out portions of it,
Yeah.
rumors within the industry is somehow Marvel got involved, and that Injustice 3 might actually be DC versus Marvel. I don't know how
You
true
know
that
what?
is,
I
or
will
if
be
it's just the
honest.
super fanboys.
That could
That's
make
super
sense.
fanboy.
If that actually happened, because if you bring superheroes from an alternate universe in your multiverse and they don't defeat them, go to a different multiverse. Bring in the Marvel heroes to defeat Superman.
And I feel like what's backing this.
There's no way
That's the
Marvel would
only
allow
way.
their
That is the
heroes to
only
be
way.
killed by Superman. There's no way
I
Marvel
said that is
would
the
be
only
like-
way,
would be
okay?
like, okay, so we'll do a crossover, right? In your universe where your most powerful hero kills all of everyone. Yeah, totally. Please use our people and murder them.
While I would 2 years ago agree with you, right now, you can get on Captain America and I can get on Batman and we can shoot each other with rifles in Fortnite.
That's different. That's different.
This is true.
It's not though, because
0
in
points.
it's like in Fortnite and in DC Comics and in Marvel, they're all canon.
No, I know.
They're all
But
intricately linked.
my point
What if-
is,
oh
but
my
in
gosh.
there's no actual comic where someone says this person is better than this. Fortnite's different. It's just a bunch of online kids shooting at each other.
We're going to get Injustice 0 point.
Dude,
There's no way
I would
the next
read it.
Injustice game is gonna have Superman murking Marvel heroes. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna say it now. Even in Amalgam Comics, they had to have a giant vote, and it came out almost exactly 50-50. Weird how that worked out.
He's not wrong. It was always like 51 to 49.
Yeah, odd how that happened.
No, it's just funny because if you think about it, the Marvel Universe, because it's in comics with Donny Cates, is technically in canon for Fortnite, where they all came over with
No,
Thor.
I got it. Yeah, it's stupid.
And then Batman's Fortnite comic is in canon because he broke.
I remember it's
So-
stupid.
so
yes,
they're
I
both
agree. Yes,
in-
I know.
We have established they both exist.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Fortnite.
I'm still calling it now. It's never
Fortnite
gonna
made it happen. And Batman's running around with an AK-47 murking
Yeah,
people.
totally. That 100% makes sense.
Just go with it, man.
Oh god.
Just go with it. All right, so I'm gonna speed through
I
these
hate
other
the
ones.
world we live in.
I'm just gonna say how they died.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say how they died, and then we're just gonna
And
say
you have to guess who it is.
Okay, let's do it. I
Oh,
actually like
So it
this.
sounds like a fun game.
that is a much better game than what I was going to do.
No, let's restart this episode.
No.
Let's do-
We're gonna restart it. That it'll work from this
Yeah,
point
let's
on.
do it. Let's do it.
Ambushed by Sinestro and separated from his ring, causing him to suffocate.
Kyle Rayner.
Would we have buzzers?
Kyle Rayner.
Kyle Rayner, yeah.
Stabbed in the forehead by one of Sinestro's constructs.
John Stewart?
I was gonna say Guy.
Chip.
Oh, that's right.
that's
yeah.
right.
When he's like holding Superman.
Yeah.
The squirrel beats Superman.
Right, but Captain America can't. Anyway.
Right, yes, 100%. The squirrel would beat Captain America.
I'm just picturing that fight now. We don't even need Superman. We got a Green Lantern squirrel.
We got Chip.
I'm gonna just say, Chip, Squirrel Girl team up.
I'd watch that movie.
Despero was neck snatched by Sinestro. You wouldn't have guessed that anyway because I don't think you guys know who Despero is.
I know
No.
Despero is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Not just blurt out a name.
Despero. Incinerated by a blast of willpower from Mogo.
From Mogo? That's like 90% of the Sinestro Corps.
Yeah.
But there's one
Because
core guy
they
we see.
tricked them all into lining up somehow.
Yeah.
Any ideas? There's a core one with a name, not just all the other yellow.
Oh, the
lists.
The
Sinestro Corps?
non-Sinestro person. Anyone not?
There's only like one
The
person.
daughter? I forget her name.
She wasn't in that book. There's only one guy that showed up in everything.
Oh, is it the guy that looks like an evil version of Kilowog?
Yeah, Arkillo.
Arkillo,
Yeah.
that's the name.
Dies of terminal cancer.
Oh,
That's Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon.
that's
does.
Arkillo. Right?
Superman. Kryptonian.
Stabbed to
cancer.
the chest by a blade construct from Sinestro.
Oh, that's John Stewart.
Yep. Arm ripped off by Hal Jordan, losing his ring, causing him to fall.
Guy.
Guy Gardner.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
Guy, yeah.
That was a pretty dick move, too.
I don't need to take your ring. I'll take your arm.
The whole arm. You could have at least cut off the finger.
No, because we already did that with Kyle.
That's true. Don't want to rehash deaths.
Pushed into the sun by Superman.
Mogo.
Oh,
And the Guardian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them.
and
was like, "Come on,
technically
guys."
Abomination.
This is the problem with the
Abomination.
Injustice comics, which makes them so much better than the game
Parasite.
plot. Because then you add in like, oh, so apparently he became a Yellow Lantern before the game began?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That'd be awesome. That'd be a great one to see. But actually, he also kills Parasite that way.
Yeah.
That's the first villain he
I don't know why he
kills.
doesn't throw more villains into the sun. It just seems like it would be so much
You
easier.
know, just create a prison in there. If they survive, they're in prison.
Fine.
If they don't,
You get 50
All right.
years in the sun.
Now
You
we're
survive
getting
on a
weirder
shot.
because this is going to be more like weird tier superheroes. Because year 3, I'll give you the only clue, was the Mystic Year.
Yeah,
Remember?
with John
John.
Constantine.
Yes, I remember this one.
Constantine.
Burned alive by hellfire from Raven.
Ragman.
No,
Or-
it's
That's
not
a
there
good
yet.
guess. That's a good guess.
That's a good guess, but we're not there yet.
Because he's a rag, so sure. He's burned alive. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Dr. Occult.
Who is
Don't
that?
even.
I don't even know.
I'm just kidding.
Dies being separated from Dr. Occult.
Dead man.
I don't know who's.
Rose Psychic.
These are some B.
Yeah,
I did say that,
these are
didn't
some D level tier mystical heroes.
Blasted down to a skeleton by Mr. Mxyzptlk, disguised as the Spectre.
Wolverine. Wait, I'm thinking Days of Future Past. I got nothing.
Disguise.
There's a few. There's 2 that got hit by this.
Several panels where he was just flamethrower and
Jason Blood and Harvey Bullock both got
Oh,
incinerated.
I apparently do not remember.
I don't
that
remember this
year
at
as
all.
much.
Yeah.
Torn to pieces by Mr. Piddlix, disguised as the Spectre.
Ragman.
Ragman. Yes, that one.
He just tore him into more
Cut in
rags.
half by Mr. Piddlix, disguised as the Spectre.
Or was it the Spectre disguised as Mr. Mxyzptlk?
Ooh.
I got
Where's
nothing.
the Inspector?
Dead Man.
Oh. Dick Grayson Dead Man or
Regular Dead Man.
No,
So
not
this
Dead
is
Man.
why
Okay.
he was gone and we needed a new one.
That's all right.
Boston
Beaten to
Brand.
death by Mr. Mxyzptlk, disguised as the Spectre.
Batman.
Phantom Stranger.
Oh, who nobody cares about the Phantom Stranger
We went to a year that used so many people I don't know
that
apparently.
nobody cares about.
Killed by an angry blast from Sinestro.
disguised as Mr. Spectre.
No, it was disguised as Mr. Mxyzptlk, disguised as the Spectre.
Clarion the Witch Boy.
Nobody cares about Clarion the Witch Boy.
Fades away because of Clarion's death.
Oh, his little
The
familiar.
cat. Yeah.
No, there was
Oh.
another animal. Detective Chimp.
Oh God.
I don't know how he was
I
connected
don't
to
know.
Clarion.
That's a weird one. I don't know.
Neck accidentally snapped by Wonder Woman.
By
Oh,
Wonder Woman?
accidentally.
Yeah, now we're at this
Oh,
point
I
they were
remember
leaving.
this one because it's in the fight and it's not Huntress.
It is Huntress.
It is Huntress. Oh,
But no, he said it's not Huntress.
So,
I'm
okay.
gonna guess Huntress.
it's
Andy has it. I'm giving the point to Andy.
because it's Renee Montoya. Then OD's fighting Superman because of the Huntress
Right.
thing.
Cut
That's who I
off
was
from the green and sucked into hell by Trigon.
I'm gonna go with Swamp Thing.
Oh, wow, how did I forget?
Final answer.
All right, so at this point,
Or
Andy
Poison
has,
Ivy.
It was either him or
Yeah,
Poison
yeah,
Ivy.
so at this
yeah.
point, Andy has 500 points in our new game that we've created.
And I'm 3.
We're gonna start doing this as a weekly game.
I actually really
Guess
like
the
this.
death. I'm just gonna start looking up all these other things that it'll all be written by Tom Taylor.
No, you go like the full history of DC Comics.
Yeah.
Guess the death.
That's gonna be
I like
great.
it.
Guess that's our game. That's our game next week. Guess the death. Don't
I'm
worry,
down
guys.
for it.
We'll eventually go back to our other game that we created like 2 years ago and have not done since then. Andy still hasn't been on it.
Nope.
I don't know what we're talking about.
We're actually going to combine the two.
I
gonna
give you a
create a
character,
character.
and a set of powers. You have to come up with her death.
Oh, that is a better way to do the game. That's our new version.
Why
Weird.
is death
Okay,
so
so next
clickbait?
week will be our Guess the Death game. The week after will be the
Create the death.
Create the Death.
We give you a character. You have to figure out the most spectacular death
But to make
possible.
it somewhat okay, we'll do it in the Marvel universe, and it'll be How to Impress Lady Death with the most spectacular death.
Now, you overthought it now.
Yeah, that seems like too much.
All right,
just
we're
how
going
it
on
is.
to year 4. This one was kind of a weird
That
one.
was the gods?
That was the gods.
Okay.
Heart failure due to super pill overdose in a battle with Superman.
Renee Montoya.
Andy, what was the answer? I'll go with you.
Renee Montoya.
Thank you.
And
thank
it was
you.
actually the question when it was Renee Montoya.
Yeah, he actually has the right answer.
Ah,
'cause,
see.
you
Do
know,
I really?
yeah.
Is it technically she was
she was
the
the question
question?
during that.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I believe she was.
I mean,
Injured by
she was during that
Shazam
moment.
and pummeled into a pillar by Superman.
Injured by Shazam.
And pummeled into a pillar by Superman.
Howard the Duck.
Hercules.
I was close.
Both H's?
Yeah.
Obliterated by Darkseid's Omega Beams.
Superman.
Yes, the game ended. Desaid.
Oh, Desaad.
Desaad. Wow. Is there any? They do say it in Zack Snyder's Justice League. They do say the
They
pronunciation.
do say
by the way.
Desaad
Several times.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was too busy watching the music.
Depending on which one you
Watching the music.
You
Along
were
with the silent
Yeah, I was on a lot of acid when I watched that movie.
blasted in the stomach by Hera.
Superman.
Artemis.
I was close.
Okay, so now we're back at a time period where you guys probably did read Year 5 and the video game. They combined them.
Okay.
Because I think technically they combine, like Year 5 ends with the game keeps going and then it goes forward.
Right.
Blasted to the chest by Sinestro.
Superman. It's been so long since I've read these books that I honestly can't remember.
Yeah, I can't.
I got the
remember.
omnibus. It's like this freaking.
Oh,
big.
yeah.
It's insane. Blasted to the chest by Sinestro.
Aquaman.
No. He's not even on the list. Where was he during Injustice?
He was in the ocean.
Yeah, he rules Atlantis, but he has like, okay, guys, I'll be cool.
Oh no, that's right.
Because they lifted Atlantis out of the water.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're like, we could just drop it, man.
They take it to like the Sahara
Yeah,
Desert
yeah,
or
yeah.
something, and he's
Unless
like,
he plays
okay.
ball.
Yeah. And then they were like, all right, we'll bring it back.
That was
Kilowatt.
a badass moment.
Thrown into the sun by Superman.
Lex Luthor. Batman. He should have been Batman. That would have been the easiest way to get rid of him. Like, I found him.
No, Batman was prepared. He had the heat suit.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Parasite. Dan said it earlier. I thought this was you.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where that happened. I didn't realize it was Year 5.
But I know at some point.
I know.
Blasted down to a skeleton by Bizarro. There's two people for this one.
It's Trickster.
No.
Oh no, Trickster gets dropped.
That's. Wait till I get to that death. Don't get ahead of me on the death count.
There's so many deaths that are
There's a lot of deaths.
identical.
Yeah. They started running out of ways to kill people.
It turned out it wasn't even Bizarro. It was Mr. Mixel-Piddle.
The whole time.
Oh, okay, come on.
I got
Two
nothing.
people.
I got nothing.
Heat Wave and Weather Wizard.
Nobody cares.
Oh, because
And then burned alive by Superman's heat vision. Jason Bard. He was leading the rebellion.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
All right, and then accidentally dropped to his death by Bizarro.
Trickster.
Yeah, Andy got it. Sorry.
In your face.
Neck snapped by Doomsday.
Superman.
That's just Andy's
why
go-to.
does that make us laugh every time? That's
I don't know, but it works.
Bizarro. Slashed and stabbed to
sad.
death by
Or me and
Victor
happy.
Zsasz.
Batman.
Oh, Alfred.
Did you say Batman? Stabbed in the face by a broomstick thrown at supersonic speeds by the Flash accidentally.
How do you accidentally
Jesus.
throw a broomstick?
Well, you plan on throwing it at someone else, but you let go too soon.
Oh, I see.
You trip.
That's
slightly.
the problem. His aim sucks.
That's why he pairs up with Green Arrow. He
Makes
compensates.
sense. That makes sense. Black Canary.
No.
Ooh, that would have been good.
King Shark. Bonus points if you know his real name.
Nanawe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nanawe.
Hand.
Beaten to death by Superman.
All of them.
I was like, that was a Hawkman for this one.
Hawkman? Why did he think he could go toe-to-toe with Superman?
I remember because he comes to grab Hawk Girl. He's like, I'm taking her. And he's like, huh, okay.
I've got a mace. To be fair, it is a magical mace.
He did actually hold his own for a little bit.
I was going to say, to be fair, yeah.
Gutted by Damian Wayne.
Everybody?
Wait.
I don't remember this.
Victor Zsasz. This is after he went to get revenge for the Alfred death.
Okay, yeah.
Shot through the head by a trap from Deathstroke.
Apparently, I didn't study this year as well as I did
Was it one of the
others.
Flashes?
No, Metamorpho.
Oh.
Incinerated by Superman's heat vision. He likes to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a
The
go-to.
entire Joker clan crew.
Right, but Batwoman's there too, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Publicly executed by Wonder Woman. Only mentioned. Come on, Andy. You barely remember the year. Give me
Yeah, I
this.
was going to say, apparently I just didn't read these years as closely.
Lex Luthor.
Golden Glider. Neck snapped by Superman on live television.
Lex Luthor.
Yes. And shot through the head by Superman's heat vision.
Shazam.
Really, Dan?
Shot through the head?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
mean,
if you think about it, he shoots
I
the
guess
beams.
in a way that one was just so good because he like burns him out through his own his eyes.
For bonus
Is that what he
points,
does?
name everybody who died in Injustice 2.
Everyone
I didn't
that's
actually
not
play
Superman.
Injustice 2.
There's no game. Oh, no. Yeah, there's the game. That's right.
There's no game. There's 100% a game.
I'm just going to go through the list real quick, but it's Amanda Waller, Rick Flag, Clock King, Magpie, Polka Dot Man, Killer Moth, El
Suicide
Diablo,
Squad.
Red Robin, Blue Beetle, Dan Turpin. Remember Dan Turpin? General Zod,
He's
The
on, like,
Atom,
the,
Professor Ivo, Amazo, Animal
Metropolis,
Man.
like special crimes unit that to fight supervillains.
But he dies off in Final Crisis because he becomes Darkseid.
He gets killed by Darkseid in the animated series.
Does it? Oh, yeah, that's right. They changed that around. Sinestro, Badge, Vandor, Tomar Ray, Vion, Booster Gold, Man-Bat, Solovar, Ra's al Ghul, Gorilla Grodd, and Dr. Fate.
Oh, Ra's al Ghul survived all the way to year 2? Or to Injustice 2? You would think he would have been taken out a lot earlier.
He did. He was near Lazarus Pits those times.
Every time he crawls back in.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Comics Experiment. Let us know in the comments down below what you think is going to happen in the new Injustice movie. Do you think it's just going to be the game? Do you think they won't do all the deaths? Let us know your opinions in general. And let us know if you like the idea of our game, Guess That Death.
So dark.
I like the idea of having to come up with a good death for a
Right.
guy.
That'll be the week after. Let us know if you
right,
like that idea as well. Dan, what were our sponsors today? Can you remember all 4?
Our sponsors were Honey, where you can go to joinhoney.com/experiment, save money when you shop online. G Fuel, use code comics at checkout, save 10% off your order. Our other channel, Mangastorian, where we do manga things. And Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/comicstorian, support us directly there.
Do the manga things involve body pillows?
You know what? You'll have to go and find out.
All right.
Thank you.